business now. A large-scale investment from Google will help startups, SMMEs, non-profit organizations and help drive South Africa's economic recovery. The multinational technology company announced last year that it would invest $1 billion over 5 years to support Africa's digital transformation. What does it all mean? Well, for more on this, Google South Africa's director, Alistair Mokoena, joins us live this afternoon. Alistair, good afternoon and thank you very much for your time.
Hi, Mfundo. Good afternoon. Thanks for having me.
No, it's lovely to have you with us. Now, you have partnered with the Department of Small Business. Just talk to me about what prompted or what had you observed in society necessitated this type of a boot camp?
So we as Google realized that the economy has been battered by the pandemic, and we also see that small business have a big role to play in driving economic growth. According to the National Empowerment Fund, small businesses, I think, contribute 52% of the GDP, and they employ probably about 48% of the workforce. So we figured that if we want to make a decent impact, we need to focus on supporting small business. So we came up with the Hustle Academy, which is a 5-day boot camp, and it's aimed at supporting small business with resources, with tools, with coaching, with mentoring. And really the idea there is to help businesses take advantage of digital, so skills and technology and so on, and really help them access markets all over the world, really help them, be on the net. And
Very impressive initiative. But if we had to delve deeper into the boot camp itself, is it something that would happen physically? We live in the world now of COVID, where in most instances we would have virtual type of experiences. Would this be something that happens physically, where you have business owners coming for 5 days, they're with you, and then exactly what would they do from day 1 all the way to day 5?
So it's probably going to be a virtual event where we're actually looking at about 5,000 SMEs across the continent. And the idea there is to have a cohort of about 100 at a time. Okay. And over the 5-day period, these are businesses that have been in operation for at least 12 months. Okay. And they're starting to make a profit, or they're in the first month or two of breaking even. They've got a clear business plan, so they've got a viable product and a service. And the idea is to help them, grow their digital to actually be on the internet, grow a digital footprint. Yeah. We're trying to help them, have access to markets. We're trying to teach them the latest digital skills. They'll have access to mentors from Google. They'll also have access to product grants, for example, YouTube credits and grants and so on. Yeah.
No, it's honestly impressive. And then when does the academy open?
So if they're looking for information, they must go to g.co/Hustle Academy, and we'll be publicizing it widely. And
Perhaps just to go back to the criteria, because you touched on it a bit. You're saying criteria is you must be a fully functioning SMME right now. How do your books need to look? How much should you be generating?
So we're basically looking at small to medium and micro enterprises, SMMEs. We're looking for businesses that have a viable business plan. You've got a product or a service, you've been operating for at least a year. So really any business, any sector, any industry is welcome to apply.
Okay, for some of these young entrepreneurs, they could easily say, you know what, I've been running perhaps a T-shirt printing type of a business. I do want to expand my footprint or be more exposed, particularly digitally. Yeah. But they might say, I've actually never even written a business plan for this business that is generating income. So with those, what would you advise? Do you advise that they put something together immediately because it's needed, or there would be some leeway?
So let me give examples of businesses we've helped in the past, SMMEs. We've helped Jotham Guest House in Durban. The lady who runs the Tamindri went for digital skills training with us, and just by doing that, she took advantage of sort of Google's products like Google Business Profile, which means going from offline onto online. And through that, she used our Market Finder product to actually appeal to guests all over the world. So now she gets guests from the UK and the US, as well as Botswana, and she's able to hire 2 more people. Then you've also got Tsepo Jeans. Tsepo Jeans, who are very famous, denim brand from here. They also got onto the internet. They use our Market Finder, tool, and they're able to access markets as far afield as US, UK, Australia, Netherlands. So it doesn't matter what, sort of business you're in. If you want to scale, if you want to be on the net, and if you want to access markets all over the world, you're actually free to actually do so. And I think if you're looking for help around business plan and so on. We have Google for Small Business. There's lots of resources there. You know, we actually have products like Grow with Google, where you can just do a search and say Google's help for small business, Google's help with business plans and so on. And I think it's just as easy as that. It's quite intuitive, actually.
You know, just listening to you, I think this is probably something that you could possibly, as Google, do on your own. Talk to me about the partnership, or what role small business will be playing here. Will they be giving you the database where you access the very businesses, and that's how you want to bring them on board? What does the partnership entail?
Yeah. So we've been working with governments around the world for a long, long time, and South Africa is no exception. So during COVID times, when lockdown first came in, we worked with the Department of Health and a couple of other departments. But specifically around the Department of Small Business Development, we have the same goal, which is how do we help build the economy? How do we drive economic recovery with stakeholders who are actually, you know, seized with the same kind of goal? So we work very closely with the Department of Small Business Development. They have a database, we have databases, we've got programs that their databases could actually benefit from, you know, and I think, you know, each time you speak to Minister Ndabeni Abrams, he talks about the fact that digital markets, digital products, digital technology is really key to creating access into the economy, to creating a more equitable landscape. So small businesses benefit greatly from partners coming together and actually working together.
There was a little bit of confusion around the disbursement of funds with government and Google, and you were quick to quite clarify that. Can you just indulge us, elaborate on that? Will government be handling any disbursement of funds, or how will it work?
No. So our partnership with government is not based on financial grants or any kind of financing. It's basically based on providing access to tools and resources. So when you speak to small businesses, they normally speak about three needs. One is give us access to tools and resources, give us access to markets, and give us access to capital. So for capital, we've got the Africa Investment Fund, we've got the Kiva loans we'll be rolling out, we've got the Google for Startups Black Founders Fund. So those are all funds that are aimed at you know, dealing with the issue of fundraising and actually accessing capital as a small business. So we do that separately, and we work with financial service providers there. When it comes to our partnership with the Department of Small Business Development, it's really about skills, tools, resources, you know, workshops, labs, and that kind of thing. Access to Google staff, mentorship, yeah.
No, certainly very impressive, a wonderful initiative. So everybody must just look out. You said, where must they go to get all the information?
So it's g.co/Hustle Academy. So all the information is there, and they can start applying even now.
Okay, lovely. Thank you very much, Alistair. That's Alistair Mokoena, Director of Google South Africa. Now, still to come on today.